This is Carl from National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk us through the interior, mainly the interior of this 2021 Flagstaff Mac model 206 LTD. Okay, now for setup and down video, you can go to Forest River's website, and they have a video on how to properly set this up and bring it down. We're going to show you obviously when you're here, but this video that I'm doing right now is going to concentrate on some of the features that are mostly inside of it. So if you need more information on setting it up and bringing it down, you can look on their Forest River Flagstaff website. Okay, all right, so you have an awning. Now the awning has the poles and everything you need to set it up tucked into it already. So once you unroll this awning, it will there'll be a rafter, which is an aluminum piece that goes the entire width of it, and then the legs fold right out of that. So it's very simple, and you can't lose any parts for it because they're all included in there. So, all right. Now this right here is a rail to hang your stove on. Now the same stove that you use to cook inside can hang out here. If you choose to, you can also purchase a low pressure grill. It has to be low pressure, there are several types. An Aussie, there's the RVQ, which is the most common. So, but that being said, you can use this for both things. Okay, this one right here. So you can see how it's hooked right on the side there, right under the table when it's in the down position. You can take that out and hang it right here. Then you pull the LP line through, and this is a quick connect, right? And this is the black handle's the valve to turn it on and off. This same line you can pull through on the inside and set the right here. Oh, like you can't see that. Hold on. Let me get inside here. Just broke my neck as usual. Right here. We got things piled in the way here. You can also, I'm sorry to go such a long way. You also can pull it through here and set the cooktop right here if you want to. All right. Okay, that's one long way to tell you that. All right. So, also, let's see what else we have here. We're waiting on you have a dual tank setup here. So apparently your attachment is to fix the battery over the power winch there. It hasn't come in yet, so we're working on that. It is a power winch, like I said. You can watch their setup video, but basically when you bring it up, you do it till this line gets taut. This line, what it does is tells you the proper height, so the screen door will fit correctly. So that's what you keep an eye on when you do that. Okay. This also has power brakes on it, so you have a breakaway switch. Like I said, we'll go over that when you get it here, so we'll teach you how that works. This is where your power cord hooks up. It's a 30-foot, 30-amp cord. This is AC prep. All this is pre-prepped for an air conditioner. That's all that's telling us right now. So you would only use that if we were to add an air conditioner for you, something like that. Okay. All right. So the main way to get water to your trailer is through the city water hookup right here. So you're just going to screw your hose on there, turn it on, and it's ready to go. Now if you're camping someplace that does not have plumbing on the campsites, or you're way out in the middle of nowhere, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank and use the onboard pump to pump water. To fill that tank, it's right here. Okay. So two ways, either city water or fresh water tank. If you use one, you don't have to worry about the other. Now these are the controls for your refrigerator here. Let me see if I can get this loose here. Okay. What do we got here? Okay. So this is a three-way refrigerator. That meaning it will run on 12 volts DC. It'll run on 110 AC, and it'll also run on LP gas. So basically, if you look at the switches here, first of all, it says right here on this tag, never double up on energy sources. So let me see if I can get a better view. So you just use one source, never use two. But here we go. When you're plugged in, you can operate it this way. That's 110 AC. If you're pulling it down the road, you can use a 12 volt DC. If you are way out in the middle of nowhere and you want to use gas to do it, this is the spy hole that you'll look through. But basically, you're going to go to high, depress it, hopefully you can see this, and then spark it, and then hold it in. So you heard it light there. You hold this down for 10 seconds or so to heat it up. Then you're just going to let it go, and that will also cool it down. The thing is, like I said, I only use one energy source, and this is a gas absorption refrigerator, so it works just like a regular refrigerator in the sense that, you know, when it comes to cooling, but it just takes a lot longer to reach the temperature. So you want to start it the day before. If you're at home, just plug it in to 110 and turn it on and just let it cool down. Okay? Right, this is your furnace bed here. This is your sink drain. The threads are the same threads as a garden hose, so you can make up a hose. So you can guide this to a drain or a bucket or wherever you want it to go. So you have to make that up, but all the parts are available at all hardware stores. Okay, your spare tire, of course. Now this does not come with a jack or a lug wrench, so no RVs do. So keep in mind that you should get a little jack from, you know, just something inexpensive, a little bottle jack from Harbor Freight, a board, like a foot square piece of plywood to set it on, and make sure you get a T-handled lug wrench. That's important. All right, so let's go inside here. Okay, your mattresses are heated, but instead of saying heated, we're going to call them warmed, because this is a mattress warmer, not a heater. It does not get super hot, but it does take the chill out of it. So this end, here it is right here, it's just analog. This end here plugs into this port right here. The other end goes to the nearest 110, which is right there. Right? So you just turn it on and it takes the chill out of it. You got one for each mattress. This is the clank for your stabilizer jacks. Now most people use a power drill with a 3/4 inch socket on it, but you can use this one just fine. You know, people have been doing it for years. Alrighty, so back over to this side. I just want to show you that these beds. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, so basically you can store things under the mattress if you want to, like most people will use the poles that the braces that support the beds. They'll usually put them under the front mattress, for example. Okay. All right, so the table obviously just folds up and down like a regular table. You can turn it into a bed when you're not using it or when you're traveling. This plug here is a GFCI. All the plugs on the trailer, even the one on the outside, are wired through this one. So if you pop one using a coffee pot outside, you're going to reset it right here. This is your water pump, right? This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. I'll set it off for you. I can get the button. LP gas, then it'll go test carbon monoxide, and then it'll beep very slowly. When it beeps slow like that, it's telling you that your battery's low. So it warns you of a low battery also. If this goes off, you open the door, take everybody outside, shut the gas off at the front, and then figure out what's going on, okay? It's important. If it's ever, this pilot light is not green, you want to get it serviced. All right. So, this is the inside of the refrigerator, of course. One thing to know about this is, let me see here. Okay, neat. Like I said, you want to start it plenty of time in advance, or and also if you put things that are already cool inside, it helps it. So this is the thermostat. when it's off, when it clicks all the way over like that to the left, it'll light the furnace automatically. You just turn it on. It'll make 3 attempts to light, and it'll always light within those 3 attempts. Okay. And last but not least, if I can find it here, let me just move these cushions out of the way for a second. I'm going to set the camera down for 1 minute here. Bear with me. Okay, so this device down here is the power converter. You can see we're underneath the table here. So what this does, it converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So you have regular household circuit breakers here, just like you'd have at home. That's AC power. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. So you got regular 12 volt fuses. They're all labeled. If any of these fuses were to blow, it'll actually light up. Okay, so you'll know. And then also an important thing to know is that this is a battery tender, so when you're plugged in, it's going to keep your battery up front charged as long as you're plugged in. So it does 3 things. It's got circuit breakers for the AC, it converts to DC for most of the trailer use, and then it'll also charge your battery. That's the power converter. Okay, and I think that about covers it. Like I said, this one can get an air conditioner for it if you choose to. It's pre-wired or pre-prepped. Keep in mind that the sink, here, let me show you. The sink has a kill switch. Let me turn this off here. So we'll just watch this. When I pull it up a little bit, the lights go out. That's because there's a kill switch. I'll show it to you, so you know that it's there, right there, and then there's one on the other side. When you depress them, it completes the circuit. Obviously, you fold this down before you bring the roof down when you're getting ready to pack up. So, okay, and always one other thing: always screw the plug in the drain when you're flipping the sink over, or otherwise you're going to get water and sink gunk coming out of there when you stow it. So you always want to screw that on there. I think that covers it. So yes. Okay. Well, thanks for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit, and please remember that you want to. Let me see here. I'm sorry for hesitating here. I just don't want to forget anything. Okay, this is what I want to say. You always remember that you want to, every 90 days or so, you want to inspect the outside seals on this. So the outside seal is basically around this vent on the outside. There are plastic corner caps on the roof. 4 of them. You want to inspect those regularly. Just look over any place you see caulk or sealant from the factory. Check it out, a few times this summer, whatever. It's very important. Anybody who owns a trailer should do it. And if you do it, and there's a crack develops, because every trailer ever made will eventually have to be resealed. But if you inspect it, you'll know that it's becoming an issue, so you want to take care of it before you get any kind of water inside. So make sure that you inspect the roof and the sides and any place you see caulk from the factory. And if you see any cracking starting, you take care of it immediately. You don't use caulk from the hardware store. You have to use clear ProFlex on the sides and on the corners, and this one probably uses a lap sealant on around the vent. So, okay, thank you very much.